Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to your weekly reading for March 15th to the 21st. This is for Aquarius and Aquarius rising, and we're going to jump right into it, Aquarius. This is the big week of the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction. Really, really, really big. Now, what's really interesting, the first thing I want to mention is that we did have that new moon total solar eclipse, as you know, on April 8th. What I want to make clear, and I did a live stream video a little bit more about this eclipse. I'll leave it at the end of this video or for you to see it. But these are cycles. And so it's not just like the eclipse happens and then you're feeling the effects of this eclipse. Okay. You're feeling it for it's a new cycle that you've just entered. And, eclipses are 19-year cycles, but even still, this one, you're definitely going to feel for some time now. Okay. You're going to feel for some time, especially because there was a lot of other things happening around the time of the eclipse. And remember, that was in your third house. All right. That was in your third house of communication, a lot of writing. Are you writing something? Are you writing something really important? A book, starting a website? There's something new. Remember, it's kicking off this new cycle for you. So keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind because you're going to see themes of it for even months to come. Now, the other thing I want to remind you is that Mars is in Pisces still this week. All right. So Mars is with Saturn and Neptune and Pisces in your second house of money, finances, income, salary. And if you're not here for any of that, if you are Ed Sheeran watching this video, Aquarius, right? And you're just like, I've got enough. I got enough. I'm good. Second house is also self worth. Okay. It's self-worth. It's, the self-value, the things that you value in your life, and oh my goodness, Aquarius, you have such a big boost ever since Pluto moved into your sign back in January, and it's going to be there for 20 years. Oh my goodness, you are feeling this boost of confidence, and I want you to hold on to that energy because Pluto will be active this weekend. Now, all the major aspects are happening over the weekend, but for the first half of the week, you may have some emotions and you may have some circumstances and energy around partnerships and relationships because the moon will be in Leo for the first half of the week, and Leo rules your seventh house of partnerships and relationships. And so there may be something there for you, and it can be career related. There could be something career related, but there also could be I'm getting a feeling a lot of y'all want something more in terms of like relationships at home as well, if you're not in one in your domestic life, because there's going to be, obviously we're going to have that Jupiter-Uranus conjunction in your fourth house. But that is, you've got Venus and Aries too. So there's a lot happening for you. Let's break it up. But just know for the first half of the week, you may be thinking about partnerships, relationships, whether love, whether, career, whether, just one-on-one relationships. Now, on the 19th, the sun is going to move into Taurus. Now, this is going to be a big deal, especially for you. Okay, this is going to be a really big deal for you. The sun's moving into Taurus for the next 4 weeks. We're moving into Taurus season, but on the 19th, we move into Taurus season with a bang. Okay. First, Sun in Taurus. Taurus is all about comfort. It's all about comfort. A lot of just, stability, energy, sensuality as well. Okay. Is what it rules. It's very, it's an earth sign. And I want you to, and that's the key takeaway, literally earth. I want you to think earth because Taurus is associated with nature as well. So you could be spending a lot of time in nature. You may be even doing short trips here and there, spending time in nature. So I want you to take full advantage of that, just kind of, removing yourself, and just having those, moments to yourself where you can collect your thoughts, because you're about to have a lot of big things happen for you. But now here's the thing about, and remember, Taurus is Venus ruled. So love and relationships, creativity, money, all of that could be something that you're thinking about, especially money with, Saturn and Mars and, in Pisces in your second house. Now, The reason why this is such a big day on Friday the 19th is because Mercury's going to conjunct Venus. Major conjunctions are major. Okay. They are, the highest degree. They have the biggest charge out of the aspects. Okay. They're major. They're absolutely major. And this is the two inner planets, Mercury and Venus, who are in Aries in your third house of communication. So Mercury, the planet of communication, being very harmonious with Venus, who's very social. This is a day where I want you to be very social, okay? This is going to be Friday. I want you to be very social. You could feel very compelled, very, intellectually stimulated. You could have really great conversations around this time. People could be compelled by you because remember, you're coming into all this power now. You could be a big magnet to people, but this is such a great, great day. And I want you to take full advantage of it, all right? This is a really good time where, you could even, bring people together. You are the humanitarian, right? So don't be afraid to bring people together. And, this is just a magical day because the same day Mars will sextile Jupiter and Uranus. Oh my goodness. So Jupiter, the planet of good luck, good fortune, prosperity, expansion, profit, wisdom, faith, all that good stuff, right? And Uranus, your ruling planet, the planet of breakthroughs, the planet of surprises, the unexpected, the planet that is very forward thinking, okay? Mars is in this harmonious relationship with them. Oh my goodness. So this is a very optimistic day. This is a day where you could even surprise yourself with some things that you do or some things that you say. Like things are going to be really, really, really nice. And yes, this is also a day where, with just Mars sextiling Uranus, you could, if there's some sort of pattern you want to break out of, like this is a time to do it. And I feel like some of y'all just may do it around this time. It's such a big day, and you could actually feel very ambitious around this time as well. So really, really love it. So this is a day where, you could have some unexpected opportunities come through. Yeah. With the line of aspects that are happening. But the main reason why is because the next day is when we have the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction in Taurus. Now, Aquarius. Okay, I want you to think about this. This is so rare. It hasn't happened in 84 years. Okay, May 1941. This is absolutely rare. All right. Now, Jupiter and Uranus, they will conjunct every 13, 14 years. It was when they conjuncted in Taurus, that was 1941. They conjunct in a different sign every year. And so even the fact that this aspect happens once a decade, I mean, this is rare, okay? Very, very rare. Now, they are conjuncting in Taurus in your fourth house. So, wow. There, if you've been, this is again this is an unexpected opportunity or a breakthrough that you could have. It could be a personal breakthrough. It could be an epiphany. It could be, a milestone that, happens for you this day. It could be you breaking the, glass ceiling, breaking the mold. There's a lot that you having this big awakening. There's something here that with the fact that it's your ruling planet at play, it's going to be big. Again, happening in your fourth house. So remember how I've been telling you all year long that, you're moving, you're possibly moving. Okay. You're possibly moving, maybe getting a roommate. Maybe there's changes happening with home. Maybe you want to buy real estate right now. Maybe you're looking for real estate. Maybe there's things happening with your parents. Maybe there's things happening with your children. There's been a lot of emphasis on that area in your life. Now you're going to have this big moment on the 20th. Okay. On April 20th. Now, this is the peak. This is the charge of the day, okay? Or of the month, of this aspect. Jupiter and Uranus, they've been slow dancing for a while now behind the scenes. So you've already been feeling it. You've already been feeling all this energy in your domestic sector, right? Now, even after April 20th, you'll feel it. Oh, yeah. Way into May. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You will. It's just remember, this is the day where there's that boom, that big charge. So it is, I've been saying in the other readings, it's like Dirty Dancing at the end of the movie when they nail that dance, when Patrick Swayze and Jennifer Grey, they do it in front of an audience, they do it out in that theater, there's that dramatic music that plays and everyone's clapping, and that's April 20th. But again, you'll still feel it like a little bit before, a little bit after, but it's really, really, really nice. Now, what's really interesting, remember how I said this aspect happens every 13, 14 years. Think about January 2011, okay? The last time we had a Jupiter-Uranus conjunction. Now, when that happened, it was in Aries. So there could have been something major in terms of writing for you. There could have been something major in terms of communication, something major with a sibling, with an aunt, uncle, cousin, neighbor. There could have been something big around that time. Even travel. Yeah, even travel. All right. So think about what happened around that time to see what, you maybe that time you met someone who, lived in Jersey, and that was that short distance travel. Y'all were dating. You had to take the train to go see them every, 45 minutes or whatever. Anyway, you get what I'm saying here. The other big thing that's happening is, and the other thing is, there's this sense of like freedom that comes with this aspect. And remember, Uranus has that rebellious side to it. Okay, your ruling planet. You are known as the rebel, Aquarius. We are known as the rebels. Me being an Aquarius, if you're new to my channel, but even Ed Sheeran. What, I don't know. The only reason I bring him up is because I learned the other day that someone told me that he has 2 or 3 videos that are in the top 10 most viewed videos of all time on YouTube or something like that. And so I actually watched one of them and I was like, oh, okay. I don't listen, but he's great. I think he's an Aquarius. Of course he's great. But anyway, where was I? Why am I going on this tangent? Mercury is retrograde as I do your video. Oh, the Uranus part. Okay, so Uranus being the rebellious part. So there could be something like shaken or stirred, okay, around this time. Uranus can be a little bit of a disruptor, but you got to see it as a liberator because there's a sense of freedom. Remember what I said, Jupiter is faith. So having faith in what's happening for you around this time. If you feel a little bit more of that, rebellious side of this aspect. Now, the other thing is, hello, Aquarius. So the craziest thing just happened. I was filming your reading, and I thought they were doing construction outside. You may hear about this in the news, but it turned out it was an earthquake. And so I turned off your video and went outside like everybody else. So we just had an earthquake in New York City, but oh my goodness, that was really weird. That was absolutely weird. And it wasn't construction, and there's I actually filmed all the people that were standing outside, so I may actually do that, post that video, but it was really interesting. I don't think it was very mild, but we definitely felt it. And I take that as some sort of sign that I'm doing your reading while it happened. Anyway, so I cut it off where I was about to talk about Sun squaring Pluto. Okay, and so that's happening on Sunday. Sunday, Sun will square Pluto, which is a challenging day, and it's very interesting because Pluto is in your sign, as you know. Moved into your sign back in January. Will be there for 20 years. Sun square Pluto is challenging, okay? So there could be something about you and your personal transformation. There could be something about you that where you feel a little tested. There could just be a little bit of a squeeze. It could have to do with someone else. It could be, Sun squaring Pluto is, it's for the collective, right? So there could even be there's a little bit of ego at play with that. So there could be an authority figure that you just don't see eye to eye with, but just know that this is pretty big, especially because do you see what's happening this weekend? We have like a million aspects this weekend. So just use that empowerment energy. Okay. Use that empowerment energy. That was just, I'm still like, I can't believe that. I'm going to post that video, but of course it happened during your reading. I don't know. I take that as you've been getting a lot of signs. So let's get started. Let's see what's going on for you. The other thing is, just to let you know, next week, and I usually announce this at the end of the videos, what to expect next week, but I just feel compelled to say it now. Next week, just actually a few days after Sun squaring Pluto and all these major aspects happening, we do have a full moon in Scorpio that will be in your 10th house of career, public recognition, and it's a very big full moon. Okay, so there could be something culminating in that area of your life for you to pursue something differently. There's just something, just keep an eye out on that. All right, but this week, obviously, it's all about that Jupiter-Uranus conjunction. Wow. Okay, so Aquarius, let's get to it. Let's see what's going on for you for April 15th to the 21st. This is, again, for Aquarius and Aquarius rising. And if you want to read for your moon, your Venus, all those other placements, you're absolutely welcome to. Absolutely welcome to. I feel like Pluto was really saying like, hey, listen, I'm in your side now. All about empowerment. So Aquarius, let's, like I said, okay, so I do a traditional cultic cross spread, really does offer the best overview. If we need to pull clarifiers, we'll pull clarifiers. Secondly, Aquarius, oh my goodness, that was very funny that happened, and I've been reading the news on it, and it was very subtle, but you could feel it. I honestly thought it was construction. They're literally doing construction across the street, so I have to time my videos when they're not drilling and whatnot. Anyway, you're good. Okay, you're fine. Oh my goodness, look at you and all your swords. Yeah, you're going to be in your head a lot this week. Of course you're going to be in your head a lot this week. But there is, remember, a lot of it's like new stuff that's happening. Remember, there's a lot of new stuff that's happening for you. Now, and you're good. Listen, you got the Four of Swords. Okay, so really good. Take that moment. And it seems like you may have already done it. There could have been some big things that have already happened for y'all where you just needed to go within. You needed to just still the mind. Okay, have those meditative moments, align your chakras, do what you need to do. Again, you could be doing it now. You could be doing a lot of deep reflection, especially because Mercury is retrograde. It's time to reassess, reevaluate things, and it's retrograde in your third house. Mercury rules the third house, so it's in this really strong position right now. So communication, logic, thinking, just reassess things, but also just still the mind, because remember, speaking of Pluto, y'all have been going through some very intense energies, in the past few months. So I love that, the Four of Swords did come up for you, because it does seem like there is even this spiritual, like there's almost like, tapping more into your spirituality. I'm going to show you something here. You even see the three swords pointing downward, pointing at the heart chakra, throat chakra, crown chakra. So when I say like align your chakras and activate your chakras and you'll know it. Just take that time out. Look at all this sunlight, just like last time. Again, I have to do your readings at before the construction starts, but Knight of Swords in the heart of your spread. Go. You got this. Yeah, you're definitely going to have a lot of, it's almost like the message coming in from me is like awareness and clarity around something that it's really exciting for you, and it could be very stimulating. As I mentioned, the Mercury conjunct Venus, very, that day itself with, the Mars sextiles as well, very stimulating day. All right. But it just, you will feel a lot of that energy. There's also, I'm thinking for y'all, maybe something with partnerships too. I mentioned that with the moon in Leo, that maybe some sort of matter for you as well. But even still, there is going to be almost like vroom, right? Boom, even breakthrough energy. But you just really, really running toward your passions, especially up here, thinking about them, how can I attain them? Or I have them now. I'm gunning for it, and nothing's gonna stop me. The Knight of Swords, very bold, very courageous. What I love about the Knight of Swords is he is actually Gemini, and so Gemini does rule your fifth house. It rules your fifth house of love, pleasure, romance, and creativity is a big thing. Self-expression is a big thing in the fifth house, and so is children and recreation. So you're moving into this more fun part of your life too. All right, with the fact that Jupiter moving into Gemini next month. Anyway, you're gonna feel that for a whole year. Now, you did get the Six of Wands, okay, in your challenge area. I feel like this week I want you to, with all these swords here, I do want you to across your cross. I do, and with Pluto squaring the sun. Remember, that is for the collective. So it could be you that could be very like, right? It could be you that's like, so be cool, Aquarius. Be cool, Team Aquarius. We'll play it. We'll do it together. We'll be cool together, right? If anything comes up where you don't see eye to eye with people, but there is possibly something where people may see you, or you may there may be someone that's just not like on board with you. Let's just say that. All right. And that's something that you may have to like really process and think about. There is also a side of maybe you're not feeling that you're getting this attention that you deserve or success you deserve. But again, you're going through a big change here, but I want you to have that gratitude moving forward. Okay. Have that gratitude moving forward. Being grateful for the things that you do have in your life. That's going to really help, your confidence, self-confidence, self-worth, all of that. Remember Saturn and Neptune and Mars and Pisces in your second house, self-worth, self-value. So keep that in mind. Now, Hanged Man in your crown. There you go. There you go. You are seeking this spiritual. Well, first you are seeking this transformation. The Hanged Man comes right before the Death card, the card of transformation. He's preparing himself. Okay, so it seems like with all these swords here, now the Hanged Man in your crown, you are definitely processing. You are ready for this transformation in your life. Okay, remember, spend that time to really reassess things, rethink things, have that stillness of mind, make things make sense for you. Okay. When you do that, you can surrender the things that you no longer need, the things that no longer serve you well. All right. That's what the Hanged Man does. You see the halo around his head, a lot of enlightenment here. Okay. But in order to have this moment, you have to really, even make sacrifices. It seems like that is something that y'all are going through, especially with this month in particular, a big game changing month. But this week seems like you're still feeling that. Okay. Because you did also get the Four of Cups. Very interesting here. You definitely want this big change, but again, have that gratitude because you could feel a little bored in the moment. And I only say that because this card is associated with boredom. There could be something, and apathy. This card is associated with boredom and apathy. So it's all about having that emotional fulfillment moving forward. To have that emotional fulfillment, you have to open up your heart. Okay. You see this man here with his arms crossing off his heart. So first things first, work with the chakras, opening up the heart chakra, and then really opening up your heart this week, okay? And being very open-minded again. And that's not a problem for Aquarians. Y'all are so open-minded, but this week, really, really spend that time having that gratitude toward the things that you have, being grateful for everything that you do have, because you don't want to have this, feeling of discontent or dissatisfaction. It just seems like there is something where there may be this type of war, but that's going on up here too, that maybe something that you're just like, why is this not happening yet? Why is this hasn't happened yet? Remember, this is a weekly reading, okay? So yet is the key word. This is a weekly reading. It's going to happen. The things that you're going to want are going to happen. You just have to vibrate at a higher frequency. This is like a low vibration, and I talk about energy all the time. Energy attracts energy, right? And so you want to attract, it's like Einstein said, right? What did he say? What's the phrase? Match the frequency of the reality you want, and you cannot help but get that reality. Okay, so always vibrating at a high frequency, especially with the Four of Cups here in the root of your spread. There could be something that also does come through this week, and you're just like, oh, that's not what I wanted, and it could, make you really just, even like empower you even more and give you a lot more confidence to go after the things that you want. But just be grateful that opportunity came through at all, right? So always hold on to that gratitude. And there are like little tricks that I always say, like, even, if you feel this week that you feel a little bit of this energy, and it seems like you do want to it seems like you do want to change like your day to day. It feels like that's how big of a transformation you want. Well, you may feel this week, but doing little things like complimenting someone a day, just little things like that really help raise your energy. Now, you have the King of Swords again in your future. This is really great. This is a lot of power and authority. As you know, the King of Swords is Aquarius, okay? And so this is someone who is, wow, up here, very strategic, very clever, really has processed everything. He's got it all. He's got it all. He's the smartest king. He leads with his head, okay? Really good at making decisions, really having that clarity, having your head above the clouds, but most of all being headstrong, okay? Being headstrong, having that power and authority in terms of communication. Remember, you have so much activity in your third house of communication, so important conversations may come up. There may be something also that's coming up where you're ready to make to really go after, like, this king. You can see his sword is tilted unlike the others, and so like other people who have swords, but it's tilted, indicating he's like ready to strike. Okay, so there's something that you're ready to just go after. And again, a lot of it can be the way that you're seeing things as well. Okay, things could be opening up for you because King of Swords comes right after the Knight of Swords. Okay, so you will be thinking this week. You will be thinking a lot this week. The other thing with the King of Swords in your future, again, remember, this is power. This is authority. So there is a lot of power here. Now, swords, all about truth as well. Okay, so being very honest with yourself, about things that are happening in your life, and accepting it as your truth. Okay, now let's get to your stuff, Aquarius. Oh my goodness. I'm about to do a live stream too. I'll leave that. Anyway, I do these videos in advance. So a lot of this, and I know that a lot of y'all watch it before the actual week. So really get into that mode before the week happens. But anyway, but it seems like you will be, you'll have this fearless energy about you, confident energy about you this week. Now, if you like this reading, would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments, let me know what's going on, talk to me, tell me what's going on. And Team Aquarius, I love you. I love you. All right. So yeah, you're good. You're fine. You're absolutely good. You stay focused. You're going to get everything you want. Something new is coming through. Okay. Well, you got the Knight of Pentacles, which is really great. I love that you got the Knight of Pentacles here. Really interesting. There is going to be something. Listen, there's possibly a lot of y'all that are doing things to earn money in other ways other than your salary. Okay, side hustles, side projects, investments. There's something there. All right, there is something there. But either way, there is a sense of stability. Now you're going to feel a lot of that. Remember, Taurus season, like really situating in that comfort and stability. So yeah, this is all about, in it to win it, in it for the long haul. All right. Your gains, as the kids say, So I love the fact that the Knight of Pentacles did show up. All right. Because there is that sense of stability that he's seeking for. He's sown his seeds, going to reap his rewards, no matter how long it takes. So this is in it to win it energy, and you are going to feel a lot of that, even for next year with Saturn and Pisces in your second house of finances, income as well. Now you do have the Seven of Wands. All right, so very interesting here. There is going to be, it seems like there's going to be someone, if there is something with a partner, whether work, career, or like love, romance, because you have the Four of Swords, which rules partnerships and relationships. So there could be some healing from something that happened there. If there was like that something that was had an impact on you, that whether mentally or emotionally, but you now have the Seven of Wands, which is a Leo card, and Leo rules your seventh house of partnerships and relationships, as I mentioned. And so very interesting here. There may be someone that could be a little you may not see eye to eye with, okay? You may not see eye to eye with, but remember, it's all about compromise. It's all about being, there's that diplomacy energy, even with Mercury conjuncting Venus, like this mediator energy. So it's a matter of seeing eye to eye with people this week. Okay, there could be some people that are very defensive, but it could also be you. It could also be you, like being in a place where you're just like drawing a line in the sand, but it feels like someone else. Just have that compromise, okay? Because remember, there is a chance that a lot of egos can be at play this week. Just be cool. Y'all are Aquarians. Y'all are already cool. So you got this. You're going to handle it well. You use that empowerment energy too. Now you have the 7 of Swords. Very interesting because now it is really, truly... like when I say facing your truth, it's almost like that's all you really want, being honest with yourself and moving with that energy forward. Okay. The other thing is, yes, look at what's happening here. There definitely could be something that happens where you feel a little slighted. You feel like there's this Machiavellian energy. This card is highly associated with lying, cheating, stealing. So those are some things that you may be a little like, maybe thinking about that's, you don't, it may have happened and you're just like, I just don't want that anymore. But again, the bigger message is being honest with yourself. But again, to be honest, with other people and to have those experiences where you overcome those challenges, you still have to be honest with yourself. Okay. And not skirting things. But it does seem like a lot of other people at play here. Interestingly, this is another Aquarius card, the 7 of Swords. So there is, again, it's mostly you just being true to yourself and facing your truths. And again, I think you're going to be absolutely fine. It just seems like that's going to be something that is going to be a big theme for you this week. Okay. Really finding that, balance, not only up here, because there's going to be a lot going on up here and really wanting to go for the things that you want, but also mind, body, spirit. Remember that. Okay. Because you do have the Ace of Wands in your final outcome. It's okay. So that was not constructed. That was someone dragging something. Welcome to Brooklyn. Ace of Wands in your final outcome. Come on, Aquarius. That's amazing. That's amazing. You have something new coming through. You know that, right? You have something new, something really nice, something very auspicious. This is the week of the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction, which is kicking off a new cycle after the eclipse is kicking off a cycle. This is Ace is ushering in that new change, new beginnings, new opportunities. This is a new cycle, all right? And your final outcome, Wands. It could be career related, all right? Very career enterprise, but just think about your passions. That's what you're gunning for. And it can be career. Your passion could be your career. Okay. But also ideas. There's something new that you're thinking about for sure here. Look at all these swords. There's something that you're thinking about. Swords are the mental suit. Okay. So there could be some new idea that you're ready to maybe reveal or, tell people about, or something that you're doing about your life that, that's been up here. You're ready to strike and go for it. You're good. You're good. All right. Just be honest with yourself. There may be a little bit of like something where there's a little bit of a squeeze, but you're going to be fine. But thanks so much for tuning in. If you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. And next week we will talk more about that full moon in Scorpio. All right. Thanks so much, Aquarius. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.